Hey healthy gamers, this is Jack here. This video is going to be about the engineer in Guild Wars 2, talking about his skills and then just how I found his gameplay to be during this beta. Played a lot of PvP with him. The engineer is a really interesting class. His gameplay mechanics are way different than any of the other classes, and it really makes for quite an interesting character to play. So first of all, the engineer does not have the ability to swap out weapons like most other classes do. What they do is they actually have little kits, like grenade kits and bomb kits, and they can use that'll switch out their weapon skills rather than an actual weapon. So you're kind of stuck with whatever weapon you choose. Dual pistols are great. They do quite a bit of damage, and this is just your primary attack, and it causes bleed as well as just straight damage. Poison dart volley, it's a really good DPS, and then it puts poison on the enemy. Static shot, it bounces up to multiple enemies, and it also does some debuffs on them. And then blowtorch, the closer you are to an enemy, the more damage you do, kind of like a little flamethrower deal, and then it puts a debuff on them. And then glue shot, it's good for kiting, so enemies within that glue shot will have their they'll be immobilized for 1 second, and then they'll have 50% reduced move speed. Now the rifle is your other weapon you can use. It is more focused towards more like crowd control and giving you abilities to move away. So this primary attack is just normal attack. Then you can do a net shot, which will immobilize the foe for 2 seconds. It's good for catching people that are running away and also for helping you run away. You can do the blunderbuss. It's like a shotgun. It's pretty sweet. So the closer you are, the more damage you do. And then also have an overcharge shot, which will knock you back and also knock the enemy back. Again, it's good for interrupting the enemy and then also helping you run away or knocking down a fleeing enemy. And then jump shot, you can leap anywhere you want and then do damage when you land. So it's good to help you get away, but it's also good to help you get into the middle of battle as well. So the engineer's gameplay mechanics are really interesting and quite different. Depending on what you have in your utility slots, it'll give you different options on your F1, F2 skills. So since I have an elixir for healing here, so that just heals me, but then I can also use F1 to toss an elixir anywhere, and that will give your allies within that radius a random boon or random buff. And then grenades, since I have my grenade kit equipped, I can hit that, and now that changes all of my skills to grenades. So I can throw just a normal grenade, it does damage. I can throw a shrapnel grenade, and that'll cause bleed damage. I can throw a flash grenade in there, that will blind enemies. I can throw a freezing grenade, that'll freeze enemies, and then I can throw a poison grenade. And these grenades have ridiculously long range. Look at how long that range is. And so now that's like an extra weapon I have. And to get rid of that, I can just hit my switch weapons key, and there you go. And so since my grenade is there, my F2 now becomes flinging a bunch of grenades. And just flings grenades way out there. And my F3, since I have slick shoes, sprays oil behind me. So now anyone chasing me will be knocked down. What is that? But now F3, if I hit F3, I will run at double speed as well, since I have that down. And then F4 is just my thumper turret. And it's a turret I can lay down that'll thump the ground and does DPS. And you can see now I have the option of destroying the turret and then doing damage to anyone around it. Or I can hit the thumper turret again, and it'll launch nearby foes. It'll thump the ground, and then foes will be knocked in the air. And now my elite skill I'm using is supply crate. It'll drop a crate of supplies down here, which has a bunch of stuff. So I got my healing turret, a flame turret, a net turret. These supplies are little med packs that I can run over. I got a rifle turret as well. It's really great to drop in the middle of combat. So like I said, as you change your utility skills around, your F1 skills all change, and you can replace your weapons with these different kits. So I've just used several different kits. Here's a bomb kit, and now I can place bombs. I drop bombs wherever I am, and now they'll explode in a little time. So I have just a normal bomb, does damage. I have a fire bomb, does burning damage. There's a concussion bomb, causes confusion to enemies. Smoke bomb causes blindness, and a glue bomb that will slow enemies down and immobilize them. So it's kind of the same as the grenades, except the AoE is a little bit bigger, the damage is a little bit bigger. The downside is it is point blank AoE rather than a ranged skill. So I kind of like the grenades a little bit better. I'll show you the grenades again, how long their range is. So kind of just depends on your playstyle if you want to be ranged or stay in close. And now the Elixir Gun. So now tranquilizing dart, bleeds and wounds enemies. What is that? Elixir F, bouncing glob, cripples enemies. We have fumigate, poison damage in a cone in front of me. Acid leap, leaps backwards. And then super elixir, it'll heal all your allies on contact. And so there's another little gun you can use. And now look at the different F1 skills. So with the bomb, I have a big bomb, giant bomb there. I have my grenade barrage, and then a healing mist. So now I am granting regeneration to myself and my allies. So in addition to all the different little weapons packs, you also have turrets. Here's a healing turret I can put down. Now that healing turret is going to heal me and my allies all around here. I can throw a rifled turret down here, a flame turret, and a rocket turret. And now all of those turrets will attack enemies. You can take a trait where you can actually place them where you want or do them at your feet. And then here's a mortar. And now I can control a mortar. And now I have even more skills. It's pretty ridiculous how many different little weapon sets you have. So launch a mortar, caltrops mortar, elixir mortar, heal yourself, ice mortar, freeze enemies, concussion barrage. So you can use all those, and just it's quite a bit of damage. And then finally, engineers have elixirs that they can drink and just give them a whole bunch of different buffs, and then other little, just cool little utility things. Overall, it's pretty complicated to play. There's a lot to think about, a lot of different gameplay elements to keep in mind, but when you do it right, I think engineers can be super powerful. I know I died a lot because I didn't really know what I was doing, but I think if you got the right combination of turrets and right combination of kits and skills to use, then you could become a really powerful character. Again, I would not recommend this for beginner. It's super complicated to play, but it's a lot of fun, and the gameplay is much different than your standard mages or warriors or rogue type classes. There it is. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it if you would hit like and subscribe, and then go to my website at thehealthygamer.com for a lot more Guild Wars 2 videos.